Palma. Oh,
Oh, man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game. Janelle Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. J.R. Malonia is open. 3-pointer. Oh, my goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Natalviano has time.
Now it gets Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Nagbabalik po ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Luzon after spending the weekend in the Sardines capital of the Philippines. We begin the week here at the Batangas City Coliseum for another triple header this Monday and very important games for today. And we begin festivities here with two teams in the South Division looking to improve their standing. They are in play-in territory currently. At nangangailangan ng panalo dito ang Imus at Davao. Sila ang magkatunggali sa ating unang laro. Second game, Pangasinan will take on Sarangani Gripper. And in our main game, the Batangas City Tanduayram Masters will take on ni Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. Magandang hapon mga kaliga. Ken Panglinan with my partner who is so used to winning lately, Coach Christian Luanzon. And Coach Chris,
Thank you so much.
very timely kasi itong dalawang kupo na ito, very desperate for a win.
Well, it's lost 3 of the last 4 games, these two teams. Parehas galing sa talo yung last game nila. And tulad nga nung sinabi mo, lalo na itong Imus, at 10th place. So, nabanggit mo in play-in position, dahil yan ang idadagdag natin in our 7 seasons this season. Ang Davao naman, nasa 12 spot. Tingnan natin kung makakangat pa sila.
And you're watching us live on our official Facebook page and YouTube channel and also live on Solar Sports later on at 6 p.m. Ngayon, balikan natin, Coach Chris, dahil yung mga kasama natin nasa Zamboanga City.
Right.
Last Saturday, San Juan prevailing over Ilagan. But again, Abra exuding their dominance here against Zamboanga.
No, 3 things to take away here. First, Abra and San Juan, number 1 na sila parehas, at 19-1, I believe. The second thing is that I miss Zamboanga. Nung binanggit mo yung Sardines capital of the Philippines, talagang gusto ko na ng sardinas ngayon. Kaya sana mayroon tayong ihahin. Pangatlo, kakaiba yung ginawa ng boss natin dito dahil galing sa kabilang panig ng mundo, dumiretso ng Zamboanga. Hindi lang yun. Ang ganda pa ng kanyang buhok, si Mr. Tupas.
Amo imported daw.
Oo.
But ito, balik tayo ngayon sa Luzon. Pag-uusapan natin team standings natin. You've mentioned already Abra San Juan up the top with 19-1 records. Nueva Ecija is now at number 3 pero tisilipin natin yung Caloocan and Pangasinan who will be playing later on.
Obviously, a more competitive division compared to the other side. And you see the little logjam dito sa 4th, 5th, 6th, and even the 7th spot. You could say that this is set already because of the disparity, by Ilagan compared to Pasig. That's about 4 or 5 games behind. But this Bataan team, I want to talk about them for a while because Bataan 7-13. That's one team I don't want to face because they've been inconsistent, yes, but they have the talent to pull an upset. And I think this is set already. I don't see Quezon City, unless it's a miracle of biblical proportions for them to win the rest of their games. But the top 10 teams in this division, I think it's pretty much set.
Pero dito sa South, di pa nagbabago yung Facebook status nitong mga to, Coach
Right.
Chris.
Right. Kung sa kabila, nabanggit natin logjam.
Division ngayon, pag-usapan natin. First dito naman sa Imus, JV De La Cruz, Miss 3 months, Coach Chris. Alam naman natin yung kanyang kakayahan as a scorer, average 15 points per ball game last season. And this is his best performance here this season para dito sa Imus.
Totoo yan, na-miss nila yan. Lalo na yung last game, wala si Caspe. Nabanggit nga natin, 3 of the last 4 games ang talo nitong Imus. JV De La Cruz, 17 points, one of 3 players who scored in double figures. Kasama dyan si Doligon at si Reggie Boy Basibas. Pero tignan mo naman, ako man mawala ng tatlong buwan, 17 points kaagad ako. Matutuwa ako kahit sa pagkatalo, kahit papano. 5 of 12 shooting, 3 of 9, 4 of 5 free throws, and had 4 assists. 11 pa doon noong pangalawang kanto. Yun nga lamang, banderang kapos sila dahil pinahirapan sila in the likes of Jun Manzo, Mark Talio at si JR Kinyahan. Goal scored in double figures para sa Cebu.
At meron din magpapahirap naman sa kanila. On the other side, Jeff Comia, although he's been really struggling as of late, pero nakita natin, had a good start but just fizzled out in the last 3 quarters, Coach Chris.
Totoo yan. At he was the only guy in double figures in the last game. And he shot the ball extremely well. Only 6 attempts for 83%. Only 18 minutes. So there's a couple of things you can argue there na maybe sana binabad siya more. Maybe he should have taken more shots. Could have been more aggressive. Pero minsan kung ano yung nandun, yun lang yung kukunin mo eh. And that's a coach's decision. But itong game, tingnan natin, aside from Comia, kung meron pang magse-step up because they're gonna need more than one guy scoring in double figures.
Alright, it's Imus versus Davao Occidental in our first game. Puntahan na natin si Miguel Pere for our starters.
A very pleasant afternoon to everybody and welcome to the first game of our triple header here at the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. It's Imus Crapijo Fatherhood versus the Davao Occidental Tigers Call Live. This is the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Let's carry on the starting fives, beginning with Imus Crapijo Brotherhood. Starting at center, number 14, Ray Acuno. Forward number 10, Reggie Boy Basibas. 1 guard number 13, Ryusei Koga. 2 guard number 21, JB De La Cruz. And the other forward number 24, Mike Toligon. The head coach for Imus is Brit Reroma. Assistant coaches Jade Padrigal, Mike Orquelias, and Ricky Alcantara. Team consultant RJ Rizada. Assistant team manager TJ Marquez. Team owner is Ruby Navarro. Here's for the MPBL Season 3 champions, Davao Occidental Tigers. Call live! Starting at guard number 5, Raymart Escobedo. Also at guard number 29, Jeff Comia. Playing center number 6, Wawi Escosio. Power forward number 48, Justin Alano. And the other forward number 26, Tricky Peromingan. The head coach for the Tigers is Arvin Bonleon. Assistant coaches Ronald Magtulis, Pancho Alfonso, Nonoy Bonleon, Anthony Brodet, Amboy Aconoy, and Peter Santamaria. Referees for this game are crew chief, Seb Bingol, umpire 1, Haleric D'Amico, and umpire 2, Karina Martin. Substitute referee is EJ Carase. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board.
Starting 5 brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Magsisimula para sa Imus, Ryusei Koga, JV De La Cruz, Ray Acuno, Reggie Boy Basibas, and Mark Toligon. Davao Occidental naman with Raymart Escobedo, Jeff Comia, Wawi Escosio, Justin Alano, and Tricky Peromingan. And our referees for this ball game, Sev Pingol, Haleri D'Amico, Karina Martin. Fourth referee is EJ Carase.
Isang pangalan na hindi nagsisimula, who led the team in minutes, played more than 30 minutes in the last game para sa Davao, is itong si Joseph Terso, who will come off the bench today. Koga, unang tira ngayong laro, unang airball din.
Yun nga yung una kong gustong tanungin sa'yo, Coach Chris.
Daming una.
Is Russ gonna be a factor here? Dahil ang tagal natin nawala eh.
Excuse me. Yung isang linggo.
Diba?
Okay, yes. Maybe, because hindi natin alam kung ilang araw din nagpahinga tong mga to dahil sigurado ko hindi rin nakapag-ensayo tong mga team na to at least from the start of Monday, kung sana simulang walang pasok at doon bumuhos talagang malubhang ulan and possibly nakapag-ensayo na to, tansya ko baka mga Friday na.
Yeah.
Kasi grabe talaga ang ulan nun eh. Nakita ko pa nga yung post mo, talagang
Oo.
buti na lang hindi pumasok sa bahay nyo. Yun lang, hindi ka lang makalabas ng bahay.
Yun nga po.
Diba?
Yun nga yung naging problema doon. Ito, free throw galing kay Raymart Escobedo. Davao is actually dead last in terms of free throw attempts and free throw makes. So free throw volume nagiging problema sa kanila so far. But 2 for 2, naka dito kay Raymart Escobedo. Ryusei Koga, guarded by Tricky Peromingan. De La Cruz is starting here for Imus Napakalaga dahil wala nga si JJ Caspe the past month for Imus. Doligon, shot clock winding down, puts up a jumper, rolls out, and a rebound by Wawi Escosio.
That was well contested by Jeff Comia. Still a good miss para kay Doligon. Almost went in.
Last time na kinover natin yan, Coach Chris, sa Bataan, nagpaawala ng 33 points.
I remember.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Pabandang tira, gumana, galing dito kay Jeff Comia.
Good sign for Jeff Comia. We mentioned shot the ball, only missed one and shot the ball 88% in their last game. Hits his first shot today.
Basibas
Uy,
goes inside, got fouled.
former Tiger yan.
Siyempre. Mga prototypical UST players to eh. Si Reggie Boy Basibas, mahaba.
Kung di ako nagkakamali, ano to, ang kasabayan nito ay yung tulad the likes of Jordan Santa Ana.
Yeah.
No, lumipat yan eh, galing Letran to UST or vice versa. You know, UST to Letran, but
Alam ko si Jordan, nag-UST, tas nag-Arellano. I'm not sure.
I think Letran nung juniors.
No juniors, tama,
Juniors,
tama,
yes.
tama.
Yeah.
4-2 is the count. Bit of a slow start here. Escobedo manning the point para dito sa Davao Occidental. Justin Alano. Entry pass to Jeff Comia. Binabantayan ni JV De La Cruz. Comia, natapikan. 8 seconds left on their shot clock. Long 3-point shot by Escobedo. Off the heel, battle for the rebound. Ending up with Mark Doligon. De La Cruz magtitimon para dito sa Imus. Just one game separating these two teams. But Davao has the advantage of having more games remaining. Maalaga yan, ha? I think Pangasinan is also in the same situation. Only 18 games. Meron pa silang 11 games to rectify the record.
Yeah, 7-11 itong Davao. And, you know, what's important is that in their division sa South, yun nga, no, kahit na nasa 12 spots sila, in terms of the disparity of games, manalo lang sila ng dalawa, it would put them into play-in position. You know, and obviously, medyo, kahit pa paano, aasa ka na rin para dun sa mga teams na nasa ibabaw na matalo, no, dun sa mga next few games nila, tulad ng itong Imus, obviously, importante, ano yung ka-division nila to eh. Ganun din ang Sarangani, although ang Sarangani, yun nga, tinalo ang Davao nung last game.
An air ball there from the Tigers.
And even Basilan, who has yet to get into the double-figure winning column, only 9 wins as of today.
Although just 9 losses, same number of losses
9
compared
losses
to
lang sila.
Mindoro sa Muntinlupa.
Yeah.
So let's see how that works in their favor. Meanwhile, that gorgeous move just couldn't finish by Escobedo. Both teams struggling to put in the ball in the basket so far. JV De La Cruz against Ricky Peromingan. Dangerous pass, Doligon able to handle it. Against Jeff Comia, gets inside. Signature shot galing kay Mark Doligon.
Well, he was determined to get that shot off because he had an open guy. Yung sumundot sa bola sa kanya, no, as he recovered the basketball. Pero talaga nakatingin na siya sa ring, and obviously showing off those big hands.
Second deadlock of the ball game. Peromingan. The scoop layup does not work. Tapikan ng bola. Napunta kay Escobedo ulit. Escosio. Still a lot of time on their shot clock. Pinilit. Can't convert. And Basibas with a running start. Basibas drives right. Falls down. And it ends up as a turnover against Imus.
He just lost his footing. You know, I thought he had a good head of steam for the finish na wala na sa balance. Ito yung magandang galaw ni Doligon.
We have the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Alapong Alvarez, binitbit. Inabot mo ba yan?
Oo naman.
Yun.
Huwag na tayo magka-revealan ng edad dito, ha?
Oo, hindi, talagang sinadya ko yung tanong na yun para umamin ka.
Jeff Comia makes his move, drives left. Tried to finish with his right hand. No good, but Escosio there for the putback. And he gets it plus a foul.
Paramingan with a nice drive, even though he missed the shot. That's what happened oftentimes, Ken. It opens up the offensive rebound. Kita mo with this inside hand finish by Jeff Comia. At dahil hindi sila naka-box out, Wawi Escocio, love his name.
Ano to eh? Former
3-point
Sisafi Rookie of the Year in MVP.
Hindi lang yun. Former Bulacan Kuya.
Ayan.
Naalala pa. Ano yan eh, yan yung mga winning times ng Bulacan eh.
Now JR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. He had good averages there when he was playing for Bulacan. Meanwhile, ito, bumawi si JV De La Cruz para dito sa Imus.
And one of the most unforgettable moments or even stretches during that period, I think it was maybe season 2, is that Bulacan, nandun pa si, it's at the tip of my tongue, former San Beda Red Lion, rebounder, ngayon nasa
Shaq Taganas.
Shaq Taganas, yeah. Aswawi Escocio, ayun, the former teammate of Taganas, umuwi pa si Ogie Menor
Okay.
in the middle of that season from the US. I'll never forget. You know, umuwi lang para maglaro, nag-leave sa trabaho, and then pagbalik ng US, bumalik sa kanyang trabaho eh. Sa tingin ko, magandang pabor yun kung sino man ang naging boss niya ron para payagan siya. Hindi lang to yung tipong panalay na lilipat ka ng probinsya. Amerika ang pinag-uusapan dito. Kaya hindi ko makalimutan yung team na yun, yung Bulacan.
Ano yung one and done lang?
Parang ganon.
Parang
Actually,
ganon, no?
Hindi nga nabuo yung season eh. For a certain stretch lang yun eh.
Kumbaga rental lang. Rental. Or OG Menor.
Eh ngayon, nandun na siya ulit. I believe he's in the East Coast.
9-6. Doligon tries a jumper. In and out. Riacuno swoops in for the basket. It's 9-8 in favor of the Tigers. Under 4 minutes left in the first. Escobedo steps back, fires a free, off to the left. Alano tried to save it. Bola babalik sa panig ng Imus.
Quickly apologizing to the bench. And nabanggit natin, no? Yung, the leading minutes for Davao in the last game, Joseph does. So pinasok na after that airball shot by Escobedo.
Ariar magbababa ng bola para dito sa Imus. The Brotherhood trailing by 1. De La Cruz to Acuno up top.
Kailangan ulitin mo yung sinabi mo.
Alin?
Brotherhood yan.
Brotherhood!
Yes.
Ayan.
There's a tone dun sa ano eh. Ito tulad nito. Kailangan maganda rin ang pagkasabi sa finish na yun. Ang ganda ng finish ni Comia.
11-8 po tayo. 3-point lead para sa Davao Occidental. Doligon.
That's a poor foul.
Got bailed out, basically.
Yeah. Nasa likod na ng ring eh after the drop step. Doligon.
Fast break the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday Karaoke.
Give it up to get it back.
Ano, sakto kasama natin at courtside, Miss Mika Besamis. Balita ko magaling daw sa karaoke yan, Coach Chris eh. Ha?
Aba eh.
Wala comment. Ito, mayroon tayong maagang coaches challenge from Davao Occidental. We'll be back for the result of that one.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. All on the floor stays, foul on number 6, obvious question.
Bigo sa pag-challenge, Coach Arvin Bonleon. Yung sa foul na yun. Malinaw na foul laban dito kay Wawi Escocio.
Tinamaan sa mukha eh.
Yung pababa na, no?
Oo. Tinamaan sa mukha.
And, Escocio will juke back to the bench. At nasa loob na ang pag binanggit ko to, baka magalit ka na sa akin. Mamaya na tayong magtito jokes, ha?
Oo. Oo, tama yan. Make sure na pakialaman mo yung galit ko. Gusto ko yan.
Mamaya, pag may honey shot, panggitin natin.
Sprint.
11-9 is our count. Approaching the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. 3 Peromingan on the left side. Gets it to Joseph Terzo, laban kay JV De La Cruz. At the post, Liagas against Kaunan. Liagas got blocked. And ball will stay with Davao Occidental. 3 seconds left on their shot clock.
Well defended on the post.
Ayan, ang kumpare ng lahat. Si Pari Liagas.
Bakit? Is there something na hindi ko alam dito? Komya.
Jeff Comia, magandang
6 points
simula
na yan.
ulit.
Oo, 6 points na yan.
13-9, 4-point lead for the Tigers. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. JV De La Cruz, bounce pass to Quintariar. Belención sa poste, laban kay Peromingan. Forced shot, Belención can't convert. And ball ends up with Jeff Comia.
Good
Quickly
pass.
to Tricky Peromingan. Liagas recovers, up fake, got fouled by Belención.
Nakuha na no, sa experience ni Pari doon. Blocked him once pero ayaw niya na maging pangalawa. Ginamit na yung kanyang left shoulder doon. At wala na magawa doon ang Imus kundi i-foul siya.
Only his 4th game with Davao Occidental. Ito si Pari Liagas. Isa sa mga naging addition nila no, during the trade and free agency window.
Former Muntinlupa Cager.
Aha.
Unang team niya yun, kung di ako nagkakamali, dito sa MPBL.
Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Alam mo ba't nabanggit ko yun? Kasi yung pinaunang broadcast partner mo, siya nagbanggit sa akin yan. Kaya naalala ko.
Si Mr. Tupas.
Hindi yon. Wait, as in,
yeah.
unang-una.
Si Prof.
Oh,
Prof.
si Prof.
Randy.
Oh. Hindi ko malilimutan yun. I had to get it out of the way.
Okay. Prof. Randy, kumusta po kayo?
Oo.
Randy Sakdanan.
Yes. 15-9, 6-point lead for Davao Occidental. Bit of a low-scoring affair so far. Quintariar
Finally.
with a rare 3-pointer.
Yeah. And I say finally because he's one guy that needs to step up. Now, only 8 points and 4 rebounds in the last game. Played almost 24 minutes because Kit Ariar, we all know, he can put up better numbers than those 8 and 4 that I just mentioned.
Leon could not hit it. Imus gets the rebound. De La Cruz nasa loob pa rin for the Brotherhood. Bangeles papunta kay Quintariar at the elbow. Skip pass to De La Cruz. Speaks at the clock. 7 seconds remaining. Kaunan slips. Too strong on that floater. Jeff Comia gets it to Bonleon. They swing it to Joseph Terzo. Agovida is now in for the Tigers. Bounce pass to Pari Liagas. 6 seconds left. Liagas guarded by the much smaller Belención, but able to stand his ground. Agovida forced to take that shot. He was doing a good job holding them to one shot itong Davao Occidental.
Babalik pa sa bola, no? Itong Davao, assuming that it's not a missed offensive rebound for Imus.
De La Cruz. Shot clock again, winding down. 4 seconds left. De La Cruz leans left.
Natira yun.
Belención gets it back. Side step free. Clanks off the rim. Agovida pushing it. Agovida side step. Gorgeous finish galing kay Keith Agovida.
Yun ang tamang sidestep. Yung paggamit ng sidestep, no? Off the break, yung sidestep sa 3 points, no? Na catch and shoot situation, mahirap yun. At nakuha ng Davao yung stop at yung basket sa kabila to finish this quarter and lead by 3.
Actually, by 5.
5.
Because of the basket kanina ni Keith Agovida. Pero yun nga, medyo slow start dito, Coach Chris.
Oo, itong dalawang koponan na to, syempre nabanggit natin gusto nilang makapanalo. And so far, itong Davao led by Jeff Comia, mukhang agresibo sila, lalo na in transition. Ang ganda ng mga finish nila tulad nun.
17-12, Davao Occidental with a 5-point lead heading into the second quarter.
Back at the Batangas City Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis. As much as we always, talk about the players during our games, I'd like to give some highlight dito sa ating dalawang head coaches. Of course, Coach Brit Roma, former San Beda player. Ito namang si Coach Arvin Bonleon, former San Sebastian player. Nagkwentuhan kami. Ito pala parehong magkumpare at parehong Bisaya at pareho din naging point guard. Sabi ni Coach Arvin sa akin, isa daw sa pinakamagaling sa ball screen itong si Coach Brit nung panahon nila, which he believes is being imposed dito sa Imus team niya. Sabi naman ni Coach Brit, si Coach Arvin daw, magaling na combo guard, very notable point guard sa Davao at talaga naman daw matindi ang pressure defense. Both coaches obviously need a lot of work to do for the standings that they have right now, especially with the lineups that they have. But sabi nga ni Coach Arvin, Coach Brit and I impose a lot of hard work dahil syempre nung panahon namin, nakasanayan namin ang hard work bilang wala pang social media. They actually both practiced at least twice this week. Nitong linggo na to your point kanina. Ken, Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Bigatin pala, no? Yung matchup natin sa coaches.
Napakaganda ng report na yon dahil mukhang binibigyan ni Mika ng idea ang ating mga kinaukulan dito sa MPBL na dapat magkaroon ng 45 above one-on-one halftime matchup ng coaches. Yun ang dating sa akin nun. Di ba? Yung next game, for example, next game natin today, Pangasinan, saka Sarangani. Di ba? Mamili ng bawat isang coach, halftime, mag-one-on-one.
Ito, 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. Ang tanong ko dyan, ba't yung babaan ng age bracket? 45 up. Dapat 40.
Hindi, nabanggit ko lang yun dahil si Brit, saka si Coach Arvin, nasa 45 above na para naman nakamatchup at walang bata na sumali.
Ito si Jancher Salubre, pumukol sa 3, way off the mark. But going back to that report, ganda no, I'm sure you can relate to this from a player now being a coach and coaching at a high level at that dito sa MPBL and able to reminisce all those memories. And then they're trying to translate that here sa kanilang mga players dito sa Imus and Davao respectively.
In some way it does, but what I learned nung nagsimula ako sa coaching, and it's always a misconception, is it's totally different. Playing and coaching is totally different. Now, when the first time you coach, the first year you coach, my mindset was, how hard can this be? Because iba pag player ka, alaga mo sarili mo, it's more of yourself compared to a coach. It's really managing the whole team. Let's get back into that later.
2014, Davao with a 6-point lead, timeout Imus. These three players were the epitome of the struggles nitong Davao Occidental in their game against Sarangani. And nakita natin, just combined 17 points from these three capable players, especially Keith Agovida. He's their leading scorer so far para dito sa Davao Occidental. And as a team, they only managed to score 54 points total.
Which is the lowest for the season so far. Pero the good thing, looking at the bright side, banggit natin sa pregame, even with that loss, no, at 12 spot ngayon, if they have hopes for at least a play-in, they are still right in it. You know, at least compared to the other division wherein I think the first 10 is already set.
And so far, not much separating these two squads. Just a 4-point lead. Salubre with a putback, increasing their lead to 6 points, 22-16.
Unang pasok, kung di ako nagkakamali, no, sa quarter na ito at impact kagad ang pinakita niya with that 2 points.
De La Cruz answers right back with a free.
Maybe De La Cruz, after missing his first shot from downtown in the first quarter, starts the second quarter hitting his first shot from 3 this quarter.
7 early points for JV. Chancer Salubre tried to turn the corner. And a foul will be whistled against Imus. This is the Gixxer great move of the game. Born for greatness.
Good shot fake and good move right here by Doligon. This is something that he loves to do. No? A little drive to post move. No? A la Barkley. That drive na really papwesto ka para pumoste. And to get to his sweet spot and then just uses his body. Great separation and pull off a shot from up top.
Chance now for Imus to inch closer, even tie the ball game up in this possession. Doligon sa poste laban kay Bonleon. Swing pass, long 3-point shot by Rusey Koga. Can't get it to go.
Medyo nahirapan si Doligon doon sa pagposte niya kay Bonleon. Kinakatawan siya, hindi niya maatrasan.
Something you rarely see.
Oo, kasi malaking mama rin to si Doligon. Tingnan natin kung mag-a-adjust siya, no? Maybe try to face him up pag nakuha niya sa poste.
Meron na naman tayong challenge. This time from the Imus Brotherhood naman at the 6-minute and 37-second mark. At ito, Coach Britte Roma will be back for the result of this challenge.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. Ball possession for Imus Rapid Joe Brotherhood.
It's a successful challenge from Coach Britte Roma.
Yeah, looking at the replay, mukhang last touch nga. Itong si kumpadre ng bayan.
Oo. 22-19 pa rin ang ating talaan. Imus trying to catch up against Davao Occidental. Bounce pass to Reggie Boy Basibas. Pull-up jumper from the former UST Growling Tiger.
Nice pull-up J right there. And itong Imus slowly getting into the rhythm of their offense in that triangle.
Chancer Salubre up top. The pass inside, Parillas trying to carve out space. Shot clock winding down. Bonleon peeks at the clock, heaves it up, and Llagas, that shot will not go. 24-second shot clock violation laban dito sa Davao Occidental.
A good stand, obviously, by Imus, and they could add on to their momentum, the small momentum that they have, and try to take the lead in this next possession.
Under 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. De La Cruz playing a lot of minutes so far in the first half. Doligon one-on-one against Joseph Terzo. Shot on its way, no good. Basibas battling for it. Inside, fades away, left it short. And finally, Davao Occidental clears the rebound. Comia, change of pace, spins. Agovida puts up a three. Wala. Salubre again with a putback.
Natulog na naman, no? In depensa, pangalawa na yan this quarter. Pangalawa na rin yan ni Salubre para mabiktima itong depensa, no, ng Imus. 4 points para sa kanya.
Sa poste, Acuno. Oh, sweet looking stroke from Mark Acuno.
So turnaround Jay using his right shoulder, a little fade. And obviously nakakatulong din na he's the tallest guy on in this 10 players right now inside.
Ray Acuno making his presence felt. Then Chavez continues to misfire from the outside. Agovida there for the putback again para dito sa Davao Occidental Tigers.
Coach Britt cannot be happy because that is the third offensive rebound already that they have given up. And also the third time that Davao has scored on. 2 on Salubre. The last one, care of Mr. Agovida.
Agovida able to escape the defense. And another second chance points para dito sa Davao Occidental. They still lead by 3, 26-23. These two guys scattered in the points in their last game against Cebu. 16-9-3 for Mark Doligon, 11-8-3 naman para dito kay Reggie Boy Basibas.
Well, 27 points, almost 50% shooting combined for both of them. And, you know, they did their job in the last game. And offensively, you know, as a team, they were able to score 63 points. So, decent number, pero if you're gonna give up to the other team 76, that is not a good thing, especially in the final quarter wherein they struggled scoring only 10 points compared to Cebu having 23. Tinakot pa ako ni Terzo. Papunta rito.
May bola babalik sa panig ng Davao Occidental. 4 and 10 left in the second period. Joseph Terzo.
Good
Oh,
slip.
great pass. And great finish as well by Keith Agovida. Basket and one.
That's just great timing. You know, sometimes it's not what you would do, it's how you do it. Look at the slip right here. Because the Chavez is a threat from the outside with that flare screen. Quick slip by Agovida, and like what you said, an excellent feed by Joseph Terzo.
This of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Naging 6 na naman yung labang nitong Davao Occidental. It's been that kind of a trend so far. Keith Agovida, first guy in double figures with 10 points.
Palitan ng ng runs. Una, yung Imus to start this quarter. Ngayon naman, the last few minutes, Davao naman ang having their own run. Doligon with that turnaround one-hander once again. Kailangan pa ba i-memorize yan?
Cuts the lead down to 4, 29-25. Agovida, quick pass. The Chavez needs
Pasok.
this bucket. Has been scoreless
Kitang-kita.
the last 2 outings, Coach Chris.
Kitang-kita. Kaya bitaw pa lang. Alam na natin, pasok na eh. Ang ganda ng angulo natin dito. Excellent ball movement, inside-outside game from the left side. Swung to the right. The Chavez hits it.
Biggest lead right now for Davao Occidental at 7 points, 32-25. Binawi agad ni Rusey Koga with a free of his own.
Now that's a poor job of not only closing out, but really did not need to help pa si Salubre. Kaya libreng-libre si Koga doon. Late challenge, but still was able to knock it down.
The Chavez.
Kaya walang nag-rotate na libre. Kaya walang nag-rotate na libre sa ilalim for those 2 points.
Jeff Comia in for the Tigers. 32-30. Agovida. 5 on their shot clock. Agovida forcing it up. Wala pa din. Ball ends up with Rusey Koga. Does not have the numbers. Brings it back out. De La Cruz, right corner. Ayar, back to JV De La Cruz. Drives baseline. They move the ball around. It ends up with Mark Doligon, who got fouled by Chris De Chavez.
Talagang deliberate sa kanilang opensa, no? Itong Imus. This was the deflection, the recovery, and then the extra pass sa ilalim.
Live the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Nice pass by Ariar to Kaunan right there. Doligon at the line. He's been ultra aggressive. 7 points.
Coach Britt Roma. Minute and 26 left here in the second frame. Mark Doligon. 1 out of 4 so far from the free throw line. Time winding down here in the first half. Escobedo, as we would like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Escobedo pa rin, pinasa kay Jeff Comia. Puts up a free, knocks that one down.
You know, a quick ball reversal, no, from the left side to the right. Just enough for Comia, even with the late closeout by Doligon, as he has, I believe, 10 in the ball game to lead all scorers. So, napantayan na ni Jeff Comia yung kanyang output in the last game, which he led all scorers with 10 also. So that's a good sign, obviously, for Davao, especially being up by 5 with 47 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Silang dalawa, ni Keith Agobida, tig 10 puntos.
Now that's a difference. Dahil nung last game, si Comia lang, nabanggit natin, ang nag-double figures. Pero to, first half pa lang, dalawa na sila.
Chris De Chavez off the heel on that three-point attempt.
What a save.
Saved by Josh Tagala. Escobedo creates some space. Tough shot. Valencion grabs the rebound. Last shot opportunity for the Imus Brotherhood. Davao has fouls to give here. Only gave up 1 foul here so far in this quarter. Valencion. Valin got a piece of that one, but he committed a foul on that Kaunan putback attempt.
Interesting decision right there by Valencion, because Valderrama was wide open. They were able to create the advantage already, but probably because yung nasa isip niya yung last shot eh.
Free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Dalawa lang yan eh. Minsan, you know, hindi pa buo ang tiwala mo sa kasama mo, or tulad ng sitwasyon na yan, last shot, you wanted to milk the clock more, although 5 seconds still remaining. May oras pa para sa last shot. Tingnan natin, makakatira si Escobedo.
Pulls up, this shot will count if it goes, but he will not get it done. But Davao Occidental holding steady despite multiple comeback attempts nitong Imus Brotherhood. Sila pa rin may kalamangan here. At the half, it's 35-31. Davao Occidental with a 4-point lead over Imus. Top pass down low. Kinyan is sprinting down the floor. JR stops on the dime and scores!
Mapapatalon ka kay JR Kinyahan. 26 points. Leading that fast break. A rare fast break layup para kay JR Kinyahan.
System, as we know it, that Coach Jerson Cabildes likes to run, and that's an open secret. Everybody knows about it.
Eman Calo. Yung tinatawag na knockout play. Look at this. Galing ni Eman Calo doon. No? Nakatalikod si Mike Di Gregorio. Pastoran. 2 seconds remaining. Santos. Blocked by Maguliano. What an effort galing kay JP Maguliano. Hulog ng langit siya dito sa Pangasinan.
Mismo. He has really showed out.
25, 31, Lagrama. Oh, great pass. Gabaini, the cut, and the basket.
He attracts so much attention because he's such a threat. They know that he can hit that jumper. He can get you off the bounce and attack the basket. Here, he gets by the screen, a little crossover, a little gather, and then Gabaini rolling there. And still, despite Gabaini rolling, all eyes were on topping Lagrama. 2 inches more, that could have been a slam, but still a pretty finish. Oh my goodness!
Pretty pass as well, Alexis Iman to Joe Gomez Diliano.
Highlights galore here in this game. Both teams dishing out great passes, leading to spectacular shots. Nice no-look pass there by He-Man, driving to the middle, and nobody from the opponent.
To beat the buzzer in the first period, Hesed Gabo turns the deficit to 4 as Pangasinan able to beat the buzzer right here. Lervin Flores able to beat the buzzer right here. Lervin Flores, quick thinking for him, and Hesed Gabo able to knock down this tough three-pointer over Enzo Hoson.
That's a much-needed basket para sa Pangasinan.
Ayan, Big Boy Hernandez, Ronnie Alonte, and Carlo Lastimosa.
Terrible pass that was delivered by Lakap. You have to be very wary of the decisions you make against this Abra defense because they're always going to be on their feet.
For Nueva Ecija, JC Marcelino. Atake. JC, couple of fakes. Labas kay Mocon. Mocon draws closer, finds Manaytay! Oh! He just posterized Miles Canyal! Christian Manaytay, that was nasty! Our Gixer, great move of the game, born for greatness.
Por Diyos, por Santo. Wow! My goodness! Me oh my!
That's a body right there. He caught a body, Javi.
I told you, Sadal! I told you!
He caught a body in Miles Canyal.
Pag ikaw
At the half, our score is 35-31. Davao Occidental leading Imus by 4 points after the first 2 quarters. And Imus hasn't led in this game. But, ganito yung nagiging tema natin, Coach Chris, na Davao lalamang mga 4, 6, 8 points. Babalik si Imus. Tapos lalamang na naman sila Davao. And that's been how it's been in the first 2 quarters.
Well, it's been a game of runs, and you know, quite surprising for me to hear you say na hindi pa nakakalamang itong Imus because it felt like at one point it was a seesaw battle. At one point, I think it was 22-21.
Yeah.
They were only down by 1 and yun nga, hindi nila nakuha yung kalamangan even at that point. No? But, you know, second quarter, I thought this guy, Salubre, really gave them a big lift. Kaya nung second quarter, maganda yung naging scoring nung Davao. And which eventually led to their lead. You know, second chance points, nakita natin 20-12, a big part, if not the reason why lamang sila. Kita natin leading scorers, Doligon had a chance to go into double figures but because of the missed free throws, only 7. Kasama dyan si De La Cruz with 7. Sa kabilang panig naman, you know, Agovida with 10 and we correct ourselves, Comia, a point shy to get into double figures. But still, good scoring, better scoring for Davao, at least compared to the last game, which they only scored 54 points after the game.
Very interesting because Imus is actually one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the league so far. Number 5 at 16 a game. Davao is in the bottom 10 pero nag-flip yung script dito eh. As Justin Alano got fouled hard there.
Sportsman-like foul to, tingin ko. Oo.
Pagsak siya dito, no? Justin Alano.
Well, sa tingin ko naman, no, si Ariar did not want to give up the three-point play, which is the right motive. That's what we always say as well. Pero yung pag-execute ng foul, importante rin. So, hindi lang yung intention ang tinitignan kung paano mo yung execute. Kaya tingin ko, ma-upgrade to. Ay!
Ayun, meron tayong criteria in determining if it's an unsportsmanlike foul.
Oo eh. Halos binatukan na yung itsura eh. No?
Unsportsmanlike foul on number 17, Kint Ariar, for excessive hard contact.
Ayun,
Third
C2,
foul on Kint
criteria
Ariar.
number
Yes, I was about to say. Sa tingin ko, C2 yan eh.
Excessive hard contact. So, Justin Alano shoot 2 free throws, best ball possession para dito sa Davao.
So he's out of the game, right? Or not?
Hindi, pinagpahinga lang.
Pinagpahinga lang.
3 fouls na rin kasi siya eh. Although curiously, just 20 seconds in, yun nga, pinagpahinga muna siya dito. Ito, isa ring dating Muntinlupa cager, Justin Alano.
Pero nauna munang, ano yan, Paranaque, kung di ako nagkakamali. Paranaque Patriot.
Yeah, you're right. Season 2. And also had stints with Bacolod. May Mark Escobedo.
Nice move.
Escaping the defense of Koga. Dumps it down low. Wowie Escocio with the basket.
Beautiful playmaking by Escobedo. The use of the behind the back to shift right to left. And the Gortat screen sa ilalim, I believe, by Alano that opened up the drop pass for Escocio. Doligon for 3, wala.
Alano with a rebound. Papunta kay Raymart Escobedo. Pushing the pace for Davao.
Gustuhan niya yung behind the back, no? He did too. You know, nung pababa ng bola from the backcourt to the front.
Escocio sa kanya yung bola.
Ganda na sana yung shot fake eh. Yun lang, tulad sabi mo. Nawala yung bola as he put the ball down on the floor.
Koga. That shot from the outside does not work. Agovida to Escobedo. Gets it back to Keith Agovida up top. Pupukol sa tres. Off the mark. Basibas with another rebound. Yusei Koga. Bounce pass. Akuno. Medyo off target yung pasa. They will reset their offense. And a foul given up by Wowie Escocio.
Poor foul, really, even though it's the first, I believe. So the second for Davao.
This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory, feel more game with 1xBet.
Ginawang cones na yung depensa ng Imus sa pagkakataon yun.
Baseline inbound for Escobedo. Long 3-point.
Escocia, as you mentioned, finish it off with the assist to his fellow big man na si Alano.
De La
Good
Cruz
challenge by Escocia.
had to put some arc into that shot. Escocio the rim run and gets 2 more points. 6 straight points galing dito kay Wawi Escocio.
Nice pass by Teso, rewarding the big man. He was the one who challenged the shot, kaya na airball yung tirang yon. Look at this pass by Teso. On point.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Wawi Escocio providing some muscle down low. 11.6 rebounds. And Imus forced to call timeout. They're down by 11. Back with us here at the Batangas City Coliseum for another triple header this Monday. And now we check out our Kickster fan of the game, Born for Greatness.
Kaway-kaway. Minsan lang madibi.
Parang iba sanay na eh. Okay, ito, no? Magandang bakbakan na naman,
Ito,
maya-maya
sanay na to.
lamang.
Oo.
Later on, it's Sarangani, Pangasinan. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. And last game po natin, itong Batangas City Tanduayra Masters gunning for their 6th straight victory kalaban ng Caloocan Batang Kangkalug. Spoken Pangilinan with Coach Christian Luanzon at courtside. We have Miss Mika Abesamis. Rusey Koga drains that mid-range jumper.
Mukhang nagkaroon ng miscommunication defensively itong Davao, no? Karoon ng change of defense, I believe, from man to zone that time. Kaya nalibre si Koga after 2 passes and he knocks it down. Tagala.
Agovina gets to the cup, lays it up and in, and a bonus free throw coming up.
I love how that sounded. No, magkatunog. Yung dalawa, yung nagpasahan, Tagala to Agovida. Kita mo naman, no? Driving right, but finishing left. Si Keith Agovida ay kasama pang foul.
Averaging just 5 points in the past couple of games of Keith Agovida, but now, again, in double figures with 13 points. It's now Davao Occidental up by a dozen. The block from Josh Tagala. The lob, Terzo to Agovida. Bit too high for him, and ball will go back to Imus.
I thought Terzo was going to pull up because even if Keith Agovida did not receive the basketball, if he took the shot, he would have been in a good position for the offensive rebound. May mga bumababa rin kasi. May 2-on-1 yun, pero eventually naging 3-on-2.
12-point lead. Basibas inside. Gets it to roll in.
Now that's a move that is persistence personified. Good spin move right there. Good footwork to hold down his pivot. A nice finish using the inside hand with his right.
Sakto pa rin ang labang ng Davao Occidental. Oh, Escocio clearly traveled there. Drag his pivot foot. And I don't know if you'll agree with me on this, Coach Chris. Kasi itong dalawang kupunan na ito, certainly capable. We saw Imus beat teams like Zamboanga, Mindoro earlier in the season. Itong Davao Occidental naman had wins against Binyan and Rizal, both in overtime. Pero ngayon nasa play-in territory sila, so they could be a dangerous team to face off with.
Sa play-in.
Sa play-in, di ba? But you know, it's a matter of how they're gonna come out each and every game. Because
In a sense, I agree with you, but here's the thing. I believe that basketball, you know, it cannot be like a switch. You know, because the way you know, explain yung scenarios, not only the scenarios, but really yung potential ng kanilang team. Because one thing that I could also tell you that, you know, natalo rin sila sa mga koponan that's below 500 na dapat tinalo nila.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
And to me, that's the most, you know, or one of the most dangerous habits in basketball, wherein if you treat it like a switch, wherein basically, lalaro ko lang when you turn the switch on, and then, you know, but when the switch is off, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Right? So what's important is yung consistency, which we have yet to see sa dalawang koponan na to. Now approaching the latter part or the last stretch of this season with about 8 to 10 games remaining as De La Cruz hits a tough shot over Terzo.
Naibaba niya yung kalamangan sa 7 puntos, 47-40. Josh Tagala at the controls. Skip pass to Wawe Escocio, having himself a huge third quarter, and that continues.
Always an advantage if you know how to play off ball. And Wawe Escocio at that time was on the weak side, right corner. It was a ball screen on top between his big man Alano, I believe Terzo. And then umabot yung bola sa kanya because of the rotation and quickly attack the closeout. Doon sa gitna, ang ganda pa, no? Nung pectus niya papasok sa loob ng ring, may free throw pang kasama.
Wawe Escocio completes the three-point play. It's now 50-40. Davao again reestablishing a double-digit advantage.
You saw the numbers, Escocio for the season, pretty much 4 points, 4 rebounds, but a different story today. You know, 13 points and 7 rebounds already, and I say today because it's only 5 o'clock, Ken.
Oo. Saka siyam doon sa kanyang 14 points coming here in this third quarter. And now the fast break opportunity. Davao Occidental will reload. Bonleon susugod.
Sundutan.
Comia recovers. Can't finish. Agawan sa bola between Bonleon and Basibas. Comia, the fake, the pass. Tagala, the finish.
Good recovery right there by Davao. At some point, you would think Imus was off to the other side, almost a turnover, pero nakuha ng Davao.
Melenchon to Reggie Boy Basibas, pulls up, airballs that one, and ball will go back to Davao Occidental. 52-40, medyo lumalayo na dito yung Davao.
Sina ang kalamangan.
Pero humingan ang magtitimon para sa Tigers laban kay Jose Koga. Comia. The Chavez offering that screen. Now Comia attacks. Got blocked by Ariar. Bonleon there for the cleanup.
Again, created by the triple penetration of Comia. But the offensive rebounding has just been massive para sa Davao in this game. That was the 13th offensive rebound. Only 6 for Imus. Melenchon misses.
Actually, Davao already almost surpassing their average of 13.3 offensive rebounds per contest. Meanwhile, Josh Tagala also making an impact here in the third.
Ganun galaw na yan, no? It reminded me of a former Davao Tiger na si Bonbon Custodio. I'm not even sure if I can say former. Baka nasa lineup pa to ng Davao.
Actually,
Hindi
nasa
lang
lineup siya.
nasa lineup. No?
Oh.
So I take it back.
Josh Tagala also a
Babalik sa August. No, ang bilis ni Madam no? Ni Mika.
Lagi tayong na-update
Oo.
dyan. Talagang walang palya. Ariar, inside the arc, gets it to go.
Dalawa ang sumama after that ball screen action between him and Ariar. Pinasa kay Ariar. Yun lang, kakapasok nga ni Ariar. Nagparandam kagad after that unsportsmanlike foul early in this quarter.
Under 2 minutes left. Then Chavez pupukol sa tres. No good. De La Cruz. Forward pass to Melenchon. Balik kay JV. Doligon. Libreng-libre sa tres. Wala. Nakuha ni Ariar yung rebound. Has the height advantage over Jeff Comia. Pero supalpal. Inabot niya doon kay Jeff. Bounce pass, Comia, Peromingan to De Chavez. Short. Thought he got fouled. Had some choice words to our referee. At tuluyan na siyang natawagan ng technical foul dito.
Well, here's the thing. I thought they had a chance to save the ball because that ball, loose ball rebound, just went in between two Davao players. The Chavez being closer to the ball, but because his focus was really on the official of the non-call, which I agree with, that, I thought he got fouled too. But sometimes we just gotta accept that these officials, to be friendly, are not perfect. And I say that in the friendliest manner, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
And so there's a part of you na dapat tanggapin mo na ganyan sila. Tanggapin mo na there's gonna be missed calls in a game. What's important is that yung mga ganung possession, na-miss mo na yung opportunity to get it back, and then you compound it with a technical foul. Doesn't really help your team.
So far, although ito nagmintis ng free throw si JV De La Cruz, Davao Occidental has outscored Imus by 10 in this quarter. Remember, they just led by 4 at the half, 35-31. Ball will stay though with Davao Occidental after that technical foul whistled on Chris De Chavez.
Okay. So, bola ng Davao ngayon. Hindi ba parang outside?
Niluwa yung kanyang unang free throw. Free throws have been a problem so far for Imus, just 5 out of 12.
Breaks my heart, really. Every time the team struggles at the free throw line.
Just like that. Empty trip. 56-42. Under a minute to go here in the third. Monleon. Papunta kay Tricky Peromingan. Na libre si Josh Tagala for free. Can't get it to fall. Mariar with another board. Benencion. Udo Ligon. That's an illegal screen called on Carlos Sumabat. Former Benil Blazer. Imus really searching for answers here. Just 11 points. Quarter number 1, although 19 in the second. Turnovers actually hindi naman ganun karami from both squads.
Yeah, but the problem has been really possessions. And it's because of the offensive rebounds. They have given up. We mentioned it earlier, 14 compared to 6 or 8 rather para sa Imus at ang second chance points, a disparity of 14 points, 19-5. That's the story of the game.
Yeah, plus 14 second chance points.
And guess what? Ilan ang lamang ng Davao ngayon? 14 din.
Oh, great pass.
Gawin mo ng 16. And to me, really, this run started nung pagpasok ni Salubre nung second quarter. Ang ganda nung energy na binigay niya. Those 2 offensive rebounds and put back in the second quarter. And guess what? He finished the third quarter with a layup. Pero ito, maganda rin ang nalaro, si Wawi Escocio.
Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL Elevator Hydration. Nakita natin Wawi Escocio, 9 of his 14 points coming here in the third quarter. Just really slicing up the defense down low. At yung opensiba ng Davao naging maganda here in the penultimate quarter. That's why they're heading to the fourth with a 16-point lead over Imus, 58-42. Back with us here at the Batangas City Coliseum for the first game of our Monday triple header between Imus and Sarangani.
May 3 points si Terzo. Tuturo sa akin pagka-shoot. Tingnan mo.
Sige. Baka natin yan. Yan yung quarter scoring natin. No? Plus 12. Itong Davao Occidental in that third frame. After a close first 2 quarters. They have created some separation here against Imus.
Oo, lalo na nung third quarter, no? Kung saan plus 12 sila, kaya double figures na rin yung kanilang naging kalamangan after a 5-point lead to start the third quarter. The Chavez, dinadagdagan pa. Magbe-20 na to.
First field goal for Chris De Chavez. Hit Aryar using his left hand for the finish. It's now 60-44. Jancher Salubre, Joseph Terzo, Chris De Chavez, Jeff Comia, and Noel Bonleon, the unit for Coach Arvin. Bola muntik ng maagaw, tuluyan ng naagaw pero nabalik papunta sa Imus. Valderrama bubukol sa 3, way off the mark. Terzo, lead pass, Bonleon, and this is back to 18 points after that basket.
A touchdown play by Joseph Terzo. Saktong-sakto sa kanyang big man sa ilalim. Ilang beses na natin nakita yan, no, ngayong laro. Joseph Terzo coming off the bench already with 6 dimes. Alam, wala pang score yan, ha?
Si Joseph Terzo.
Oo. Itira yan. Maniwala ka sa akin. Kahit na, ano yan eh, kahit na pinapakita niyang nasa passing mode siya, ano pa yan, ang natural na instinct nitong si Joseph na shooter siya, ay tumira.
Actually, nag-struggle siya eh. Last game against
1 for
Sarangani.
10.
1 for 10. But prior to that, well, before we get into that, punta na muna natin si Miss Mika Abisabis.
I had a good conversation with Joseph Terzo. He talked about how it was during the championship year of Davao when it was him, Billy Ray Robles, Eman Calo, Saldua, and Marky were all together. As captain, he is trying his best to impose some of the notable disciplines they had because even Coach Arvin Bonleon admitted that this season, it's one of the hardest they've had and encountered no, as a Davao team. Sabi nga ni Coach Arvin, medyo disappointed talaga siya in that Sarangani game loss. No, napauwi nga daw siya ng Davao to really regroup and plan his next moves. And one of which, no, the more positive things on their plate ay yung napag-usapan natin kanina na pagbabalik nga ni Bonbon Custodio sa August, as now he is called their playing assistant manager and also part of the champion team with Terzo in Season 3. So let's see how these plans will play out for the Tigers in the next months. Ken, Coach Chris.
So many to unpack there, Mika. No? Isa-isayin natin yan. But si Joseph Terzo, right on cue. Nakatres na pero binawi agad ni Carlos Sumabat. And it's down to 14. And, you know,
I think what's the takeaway, the biggest takeaway there sa report ni Mika, na hindi ko alam. Tama ba? Assistant team manager?
yes.
Okay, yun ang pinakamalaking bagay ron. Because he might be the first one in MPBL history to be an assistant team manager while being active in the roster. And, you know, you could correct me if I'm wrong kung meron kang alam na iba as of the moment or, you know, in the past.
Actually, prior to his departure, si Val Chauca was their playing team manager.
Did he even suit up though? Like,
Yeah,
naglaro
suit
sa
up.
loob?
He averaged 11 points per contest
Okay.
in the early part of the
Hindi ako
season.
naka-cover
Ayun
siguro
nga eh.
ng laro niya early in the season. But obviously, he's not a part of the team anymore.
Oo. Pero balikan natin, no? Joseph Terzo, you know, just 5 points, 1 of 10 shooting. But isa siya sa mga bumalik, no, after they had that little bit of turmoil to begin the season. We have Keith Agovida scoring on a basket. Prior to that, he was averaging 11.3 points, close to 4 rebounds, 5.3 assists in his previous 7 games as we see Jed Ong turn the corner and score para naman dito sa Imus.
And, okay, you were saying?
Sige, mamaya. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Jed Ong with a basket to cut the lead down to 16. Well, going back to Joseph Terzo, scoring double figures in all of those games prior to that poor shooting against Sarangani. And then binanggit din ni Mika, no, na yung masakit kasi yung pagkatalo nila against Sarangani because kadikit nila yan
Right.
in the team standing.
Right.
So minus 12.
Nabanggit natin yun, yes.
Now they're up by 15.
Yeah.
Well, for Imus naman, they went up against Sarangani earlier in the season, won that one just by 5 points. So
That
you do the
could
math.
matter, yeah. And importante, no, to take note yan, no, if they fall short sa season na to of making the playoffs or even the play-in as Terso, back-to-back baskets with 5 points.
Because
Sigurado ko, yun ang laro na babalikan
Oo.
nila.
Because we mentioned at the top of the coverage how those 3 teams, they're fighting for probably the last playoff spot, yung number 10 being
Right.
held on. So far, nitong Imus 8-12, Sarangani is also 8-12. Davao, if they win this one, they will go up to 8 wins as well. So yun nga komplikado pa din yung 10-12 na yan. Mamaya, Batangas, who's involved in that 3-6 spots in the South. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. So dito na nagsisimula na yung pwestuhan, the remaining opponents you have. Escobedo tried for the finish. Not sure if that should have counted, but John Lee Valin with a basket. De La Cruz, no good. Escobedo with a rebound. 18 ang lamang ng Davao Occidental. And they're probably aware of the situation given how they're still playing at pretty much a high pace here at Davao. Now 20 points.
Parang sila pa yung trailing,
Oo. At yun nga, if you're Imus, ito yung larong babalikan mo, If ever magkatabla-tabla kayo. Remember, last season, merong ganyang scenario, in the North. I think it was Quezon City, Rizal, and Valenzuela, if I'm not mistaken, na until the last week of the season, naglalaban-laban sila back then for the 8th spot. Siguro kung may play-in, pasok silang lahat doon, 9 and 10.
Right.
Pero ito, different scenario, Coach Chris.
I wish I could say I could remember, but having 3 boys and the chaos, the good chaos they bring to my life every day, and everything that I remember with them. Yung mga ganung bagay, minsan nakakalimutan ko na.
Ito, mintes yung free throw ni John Lee Valin. Mark Doligon susugod. And the problem for Doligon is that he had a wonderful first half pero hindi natin siya masyado naramdaman here in the last 2 quarters. Baseline inbound. Rusey Koga. 4 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Susugod si Koga. The dump pass to Kint Ariar. Can't convert. Escocio again with the rim run and the basket. Escocio now, the high point man for Davao. Balik sa 20 ang lamang. Cross over the spin.
And the outside.
Probably better suited to just go straight to the cup. Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig, free installation for split type air conditioners. 20 ang lamang ng Davao Occidental Tigers. Sa poste, Escocio. Talagang pinasic lang yun.
Just too easy.
Steal.
Pati yung depensa nila. Too easy. Even the layup. Too easy.
81-57, 24 na puntos na ang lamang ng Davao Occidental. Assisted game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
The song in my head right now, you don't want to know. Easy like Sunday morning, although it's a Monday.
Timeout, Imus. Magbabalik kami. Check out our fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. May dance move pa si Kuya sa gitna.
Pwede.
81-57. Namagana ng tuluyan yung lamang dito ng Davao Occidental. Sumabat way off the mark on that 3. Merong constant effort to push the pace para dito sa Davao Occidental, especially here in the second half, Coach Chris. As we check out this 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
Yeah, it's really both. No? Imposing your will, tulad ng ginagawa nitong Davao, of pushing the pace, tulad na banggit mo, and also the lack of effort running back. And even if they, in times where they have ran back, hindi lang kulang pag nag-sprint down kayo, you gotta defend as well.
Escocio, a force to be reckoned with. Pinili pero relentless talaga eh.
Parang pinasa sa sarili,
Kaya
no?
nga eh.
Nagpapalpal pinadaan sa kamay, kaya naging legal yung kanyang rebound.
Puta tapa, inaabot doon ni Jed Ong.
Si Escocio tatapos dito. Hindi. Sabi ni Permingan, ako naman.
Smart play though from Joseph Terzo. Greg switching hands. Agovida, the pass. Escocio. Maniniguro na dito. 30 na ang lamang. And this could be very vital for Davao Occidental if ever they end up tied with Imus and Sarangani at the end of the elimination round. Dikit-dikit pa rin sila dito. Josh Tagala with a steal. Turns the ball over.
Yeah, it really amazes me how you can be decent for one half and just a total disaster with the other. And that has been the case for Imus after scoring 31 points in the first half.
28 ngayon, pero kasi problema nila, pinamigay nila dito.
Sobrang dami naman, no, yung kanilang pinamigay, no, na puntos para sa koponan ng Davao.
52 points in the last 2 quarters given up to the Davao Occidental Tigers. And Davao just playing with more force, more hunger as Sumabat will troop back to the bench. So, yung sitwasyon ngayon, kasi ito nga Imus +5 against Sarangani. Sarangani was +12 against Davao, so +7 si Sarangani. But dahil nga itong Davao, despite losing by 12 against Sarangani, they will end up with a higher quotient with this blowout victory against Imus.
Good job. I'm just gonna let you handle the math. Nawindang ako habang binabanggit mo yung napakaraming numero na yun.
Siyempre, kailangan natin pag-usapan yan. Ito, offensive foul ang tinawag laban kay
Yan na lang ang pag-usapan natin.
Sige.
Illegal screen by number 71, Valin.
Yun nga eh, alam ng Davao eh. Because they're still continuing to press up here. Bangiles, that's a strong take to the basket. Rare basket though from Kerr Bangiles. Foul given up by Jed Ong. Sorry, that was tama si Jed Ong.
Si Bangiles, kailangan pa niya ng mga 10 ganun, no? Para makabalik sa larong ito, which is improbable.
Davao, if you remember their history, never missed the playoffs.
First 4 seasons.
Oo,
Yeah.
season 2 hanggang season 6.
Yeah.
And they're the only MPBL team to actually clinch the best division record in back-to-back seasons, season 2, season 3. At ito, John Lee Valin.
Glory days.
Glory days talaga.
Yeah.
Actually, Season 2, Season 3.
It really helps if you have a Don Dulay on the sideline
Oo.
and a Marquis inside the court. Which both of those seasons, nandun yung dalawang yun.
At kung di ako nagkakamali, MPBL Defensive Player of the Year, si Marquis in that particular season.
Yeah. He was also 7 years younger.
Pero ano siya nun walking double-double if I'm not mistaken.
Hanggang ngayon pa rin naman.
Oo. Short yung tira ni
I think
Valderrama.
just a couple weeks ago, he had a double-double before the game in Nueva Ecija, which he didn't suit up.
Sumubok ulit si Greg, same move. Ngayon pumwersa and gets the basket. 12.9 seconds left. So yun nga, if ever magkatabla-tabla yung tatlong kupunan na yan, it's Davao Occidental with the higher quotient. Ngayon, ang ayaw mangyari ng Davao is they end up na Sarangani lang yung katabla nila kasi tinalo na sila doon ng 12 points. So pabor sa kanila kung Imus yung magiging involved na katabla nila, whether it's a three-way tie or sila lang outright, tong dalawang kupunan, win over the other.
Right.
So, and they have the benefit of after this one, they still have 10 more games. They will face off against Ilagan, Isabela, San Juan, Basilan. Tatlong sunod-sunod na mabibigat yan. Quezon City, Val City, and then in the month of September, meron pa silang Abra, Pampanga, Batangas City, Manila, and Cebu. Not an easy schedule for the Season 3 champions. But they get the job done here against the Imus Brotherhood, winning this one by 23 points, 88-65.
They were so intense, especially in the second half. Even being up more than 20, they end the game with a block by Valin. Ganun kagusto ng Davao manalo sa larong ito. Pinakita nila hanggang dulo.
And a lot of things to be happy about itong Davao, and they lost 3 of their last 4 games. They rectify that here.
Not anymore.
Oo. At mabibigat nga yung mga tatlong sunod nilang kalaban. Here is our best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Always Kosho. Siya yung nag-set ng tone, Coach Chris, in the third quarter where he had this biggest output, enabling them to pull away.
What a big-time performance para sa kanya. And nabanggit mo kanina, makikita din natin dito sa highlights. Lahat yan, basic. And anytime you could play basic, but solid basic, maganda ang magiging performance mo. It can really propel you, to success and to a win tulad ng ginawa ni Escocio at para sa kanyang kupunan.
Let's go courtside to Miss Mika Abisamis.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Wawi, dito sa larong ito. Kahit na medyo mga bata, yung bigs nung Imus, andyan si Ariar, si Basiba, si Doligon. Talaga namang naalagaan mo ng mabuti yung frontline ngayong araw na to. Ano masasabi mo dun?
Unang-una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat kami kay God kasi nakuha namin yung panalo. Yun lang, sabi lang ni Coach, puro kami talo tatlong sunod. So, yun, nag-ready lang kami. Pati ako, nag-extra din ako para sa game na to.
Napakalaking bagay ng panalong to, Sabi nga ni Coach Arvin sa akin, medyo sumama talaga ang loob niya against Sarangani nung last game. Pagkatapos ba nun, kumusta kayo sa practice? Parang nag-up daw yung level nyo.
Yun pa rin, mas dinagdag.
Scotia, this player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of Scotia. This player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice or victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ken, Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And Davao Occidental improves to 8-11 after that win. Samantala, Sarangani Gripper, kadikit nila in the team standings, mga kalaban. One of the top contenders in the North, di Pangasinan Heatwaves, kaya huwag kayong aalis. Dahil magbabalik pa po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.